Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's webinar, Become an Expert in the RapidMiner Data Science Marketplace. I'm Haley Matissa with RapidMiner, and I'll be your moderator for today's session. I'm joined today by Harpreet Singh, co-CEO of Experfy, and Bill Doyle, our Chief Revenue Officer here at RapidMiner. Bill will get started in just 1 minute, but first a few housekeeping items for those on the line. Today's webinar is being recorded, and you'll receive a link to the on-demand version via email within 1 to 2 business days. You're free to share that link with those who weren't able to attend today's live session. Second, if you have any trouble with audio or video today, your best bet is to try logging out and logging back in, which should resolve the issue in most cases. Finally, we'll have a Q&A session at the end of today's presentation. Please feel free to ask questions at any time via the questions panel on the right-hand side of your screen. We'll leave time at the end to get to everyone's questions. I'll now go ahead and pass it over to Bill.
Thank you, Haley. And welcome, everyone. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy days to join us. This is really a follow-up to last week's announcement that we're super excited about, which is the launch of the RapidMiner Data Science Expert Marketplace. Today we're going to cover 2 topics. I want to explain a little bit more about what the marketplace is and how we got here. And then for those, the focus of this presentation really is to what we'll refer to as experts, providers, participants in the marketplace that can deliver data science services to people that are looking for data science help. For those that attended yesterday's presentation, that was a bit more oriented to the consumer or customer side, the folks that want to post projects, whereas this will be more toward, as I say, towards the provider side. Also joining me is Harpreet Singh, who is the co-founder of Experfy, and I'm going to have him join a couple parts of the presentation to talk about Experfy and how you become part of the Experfy network. So with that, let's move forward. If I can get my screen to respond. Here we go. So most of you are obviously aware of who we are, given that you are a community member, was the target audience for this presentation, and know us for our core product, the RapidMiner platform. And that's been the core part of our business since inception. But as we really see how this market's evolving, the reality is we needed to broaden our horizon to incorporate not just the Bright product, our #1 platform, but we've got to connect it to people that are experts in the field. We've got to help customers move forward. And with the limited number of data scientists available, the limited data science skills within companies, it only made sense to help bring people together. This is not our entrance into the consulting business. This is really our facilitation of bringing qualified experts such as yourselves and connecting you with folks that really need data science expertise. And thus the launch of our new marketplace platform. Peter Lee, for those of you who have met Peter or heard from him, but for us this is a tremendous opportunity to expand, not just making things easier for our customers, but for RapidMiner to really broaden our penetration into opportunities. And that's beneficial to you as well as the vast majority of people in this phone call are likely partners or individual data scientists that are looking to figure out how can they leverage the RapidMiner platform to generate more revenue opportunities in the form of services or resell or leveraging the technology. So the key here is to make it easier for customers to adopt and embrace data science. So the marketplace really, simply as it states, brings constituents together. We have multiple verticals of people that come to our website that are looking for data science help, they're looking for data science technology, and they really do need to be connected to the right people. So the marketplace, when it's all said and done, is bringing these 2 parties together in a very nice, organized, structured manner. And this is where we have leveraged our partnership with Experfy, our new business partner, who has been doing this now for several years on a broader consulting marketplace basis. They've got several subgroups that I'll let Harpreet talk about his company in a second here. But again, we wanted to take advantage of best practices and best prior art and have built a sub-channel within the Experfy network, thus becoming the RapidMiner Data Science Expert Marketplace. So let's talk about how this marketplace will work. It's fairly straightforward in the grand scheme of things. It's obvious, right? There's basically a place where customers can come and post their projects. You as experts can peruse projects and then bid on the project that you deem appropriate. The customer receives those bids, and they have to decide which ones they're going to work on or which ones they're going to select. And then ultimately, when the engagement, the match is made, they will collaborate with the expert to achieve the desired goal of the project. So I'll put a little bit more explanation behind that. So this opening screen is the front page of the RapidMiner marketplace. At this point, I'd like Harpreet to talk a little bit about how we got to this point about being able to leverage the foundation of the Experfy platform. Harpreet?
Yes, thank you, Bill. So yes, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Harpreet Singh. I am the founder and co-CEO of Experfy. Experfy is a big data analytics and IoT focused marketplace where Experfy has been matching projects with experts for the last 3 years. We're very excited about this partnership with RapidMiner. We see this as a strategic partnership. RapidMiner being one of the leading providers of technology in this space. Number one on the on the Gartner's Magic Quadrant, and has won many accolades. And so we really like the ethos behind open source software. I think goes very well with the open marketplace Experfy has created. And RapidMiner is the first channel partner for this marketplace, where we will be curating RapidMiner specific talent within the RapidMiner channel here. And the wonderful thing is that everyone here is going to be certified by RapidMiner, so the clients can be assured that the talent they are taking advantage of is or procuring is very much vetted and also has gone through some sort of a certification process. So the way this works is that the client comes in, they have a business problem in mind, and the business problem is then articulated into a project, and we provide the client with a RapidMiner specific account manager, someone who understands both the software and also the business. And the account manager's job is to articulate that business problem into a project definition. Once the project is scoped and posted on the platform, then everyone who has been approved in the RapidMiner marketplace will receive an invitation to provide a proposal. And if you think this is something that interests you, you can provide a proposal, and then the client will shortlist 3-4 people out of the folks who have put in their bids, and then Experfy facilitates the interviews between the two parties. So let me just stop here, and I'll again perhaps I can have provide you a description of how this works on the sign-up side when Bill gets to that. Bill?
Perfect. Thanks, Harpreet. Yeah. So as Harpreet explained, this is then the portal entrance for the RapidMiner specific part, and again, the name, the RapidMiner Data Science Expert Marketplace. We were going to try to stick 4 or 5 more words in there, but we chose to keep it just different 5. All right, so following the previous logic, I can't move the slide, just to give you a little visibility, I'll go real quick on this. We're not going to get into the specific details, but just to give you some visibility of the process. This is a screenshot of what a customer sees when they want to build and start to construct their project. Then the next step in this is they submit their project, and one of the major value adds that the Experfy team brings is they actually provide curation of both the products that are submitted as well as the bids that you provide, because they want to make sure it's a happy marketplace. So it's a tremendous value add that they're not just making a facilitation of matching, but they're actually trying to make everybody pretty so they can have the best matches possible. So they look at the projects, they look at the bids, and make sure people are submitting and presenting themselves in the best light. So from the customer's perspective, they then begin to start receiving bids from you, the providers. They now need to start to do their assessment and figure out who they're going to choose. They may choose to interview folks, ask follow-up questions on particular bids, but ultimately they're going to make a selection. And then that's what you're in it for. You want to be selected, you want to have an engagement, it leads to services, and then what you'll see now when we talk about the ambassador program is part of our interest in this in the grand scheme of things is to help facilitate product sales of RapidMiner as you move from a pilot phase to more of a production phase. So let's talk about the ambassador program itself. So what this is enabling you as an individual and or as part of a partner firm, and I'll talk about that towards the end here, to gain access to the marketplace. So essentially, you'll be once you become an ambassador, this is a separate partner program or an extension of our existing partner programs, it lets you then become part of that private network that lets you bid on the projects that land there, and we're going to explain that a little bit. Along with joining the program, we're going to provide you the full stack of the RapidMiner products, and helping us to lead to product sales, you get to participate in the form of referral fees for engagements that you bring to the table or that come from other sources than what we have put into the project, into the marketplace. You can earn up to 15% of a referral fee. We at the same time are going to be funneling prospects from our website into the marketplace, and for those engagements that we've sourced, we're still going to, even though that's not a referral, but if we look at it more as a success fee, we're still going to give part of a 5% fee on any license sell through to that account. Now, to ensure that you're really able to be a provider, we want to make sure that you are certified. So we're trying to make it easy to get access to all our training content materials. We're going to provide you the manuals for the Basics 1 and Basic 2 classes. We've added an extra discount to attend the RapidMiner training classes. I have some slides on that at the end here. You'll get access to our partner portals. You get access to a lot of our content that we share with overall our general partner programs. And you want to promote yourself and market yourself. You'll be able to use the RapidMiner Ambassador logo. And for those that are part of the community, you actually get badged with the RapidMiner certification analyst, RapidMiner analyst certification badge when you are listed in the community. So, important to all this is there's stuff to bid on. And so I think it's very important to appreciate that we're not doing this just hoping we find stuff that comes from the general population. For sure, Experfy itself is out there marketing their program and marketing the benefit of the marketplace to prospect companies and various means of marketing. But we are going to work with Experfy and run a number of series of programs around data science expertise to attempt to drive as many people to the marketplace as possible. As important, we're leveraging our sales team that as we get a large number of inbound inquiries about data science, about our product, we're trained our ISR team to look for the signal of, geez, this person probably needs some form of expertise. This person needs help in the form of either a consultation, maybe it's a pilot project, maybe it's staff augmentation. There's a number of scenarios. And so rather than us trying to be all things to all people with knowing how to solve that problem, let's connect them to experts. Let's connect them to you. And so we are pushing those folks right to the Experfy marketplace to be able to post their projects. So we create a nice circle of opportunity. And just to put some kind of quantification to this, we get roughly 60,000 visitors a month, which translates to about 20,000 downloads of our product, which convert to what we call an active user, someone that's using the product more than 5 times a month. And so, again, we get access to a lot of people. So, again, as you see now on our website, we've really changed a lot of things to talk about not just the product, but also talk about getting access to the marketplace. And then further, we have educated our ISRs to facilitate helping people move over to the marketplace to post projects for help. So we need you. We need you to help us with the number of people that are going to post projects. We know that there's a tremendous marketplace out there. Prior to us engaging with Harpreet, they were having a significant number of projects posted monthly just for data science projects in general. So we'll be adding to that by virtue of our various marketing programs. But we want to make sure that you're certified to be able to deliver on those. Many of you are already certified. That's great. Some of you that are not, we'll talk about getting to certification in a second. I kind of alluded to this, but we think of projects really in 3 general categories: those that need just general questions being answered about data science, consultative, pilots where people have an idea of what they want but just have really not an idea how to get there, or those that are very far advanced and they're just looking for able consultants and data scientists to help them move forward. Now, we really think that the benefit of this marketplace is really going to be the sweet spot here at the pilot. And this is what we want you to think about as individuals or part of the partner firm, that as you respond to opportunities, we want you to think in the context of pilots. And this is really just illustrative of this slide, but the intent is that we're asking you to think about, as you engage and bid with customers, we have found that many of other partners, as well as our own experience, that people think in terms of end solution, not just, hey, you should buy RapidMiner. They need to think about what is the right approach to solving a churn problem, for example. And as you get better and smarter about the way that you respond to bids, we think the concept of a pilot with a complete end-to-end, how do I get you up and running and started, is going to be the best way to go. But again, this is illustrative. This is not a dictation. You'll have your own methodologies that you find that are best. So qualification, pretty simple. You got to join Experfy. You got to pass the certification test, and then that allows you to join the ambassador program that gets you access to the program. So I'm going to turn it back over to Harpreet for a couple seconds here, because I'd like him to talk about what does it mean to join the Experfy program. What does it involve? Harpreet?
Yes, thank you, Bill. So, we want to be highly selective, so that the clients who are trying to find expertise, they can find credible talent. And this is generally a problem that has marred many marketplaces, that you post a project and you get 50, 100 bids, and then the client has to do the hard work of sifting through them and still being unsure who the right person is. So in the last 3 years, Experfy has received 25,000 applications from data scientists, and out of those 25,000, we have accepted about 3,500 as approved experts within our marketplace. So we have a high bar of selection. And what you're seeing here on the screen is the application process, where we ask you for your basic information, much of which we import directly from LinkedIn. If you sign up using LinkedIn, we can import it from your LinkedIn profile and pre-populate much of this application. But then we want to know about your training. We want to know if you have been active in competitions on Kaggle, on Topcoder, and other venues like that. We would like to know if you have a GitHub profile that we can look at. And then, there is other information about your education and professional experience, and also the kind of business problems and use cases you worked on. And all of that goes into an algorithm, and it helps us better understand your background. And then once our selection team feels comfortable, they will accept you as an expert, and then so that's one part of it. The second part will be that you still have to go through a certification process with RapidMiner. Since you're already using RapidMiner, that should be much easier to go through. So in this context here, this application really should not take more than 10 minutes to fill out. This is not burdensome. We try to streamline it as much as possible. So yeah, and yeah, this is Bill is showing here some of the what this application looks like. So it's very simple. And here you see the categories where you can pick industries and the use cases you worked on, the tools you used in the past, and so forth.
Harpreet, do you want to comment on real quickly on the commercial arrangement of when a bidder wins a project?
Yes. So in general, we are highly disruptive when it comes to the consulting industry. When you are working for a professional services firm like an Accenture or anyone else, the revenue split is typically 80-20 between the consulting company and the consultant working on the project. What we've done is we've flipped that model, where we give 80% to the consultant, and we keep the 20% for Experfy to run the platform for the operational expenses, like whether it's account management or the interview process and other things we have to do. So when you put in your bid, our system will automatically calculate that for you. That okay, if you are entering $100 an hour for your bid, you are going to end up with $80. Or if it's a fixed price project and you're bidding $10,000, then you're going to end up with $8,000. So that is there's a calculator on the proposal screen itself that will do the math for you.
Thanks, Harpreet. So at the end of the day, it's a very simple proposition. It's a 20%, 20 rule. And you'll see when, I don't have that slide here, but when you post your bid, it does the math. It just automatically says, what's your proposal and then what's the net to you. To the credit of Harpreet, and one of the reasons we chose this was that it was very simple methodology, no complexities in the commercial arrangement, and a really well done marketplace framework that makes it simple for the customer to post, makes it simple for you to bid, and also the curation process. I don't think people give enough credit to that, as they're looking and helping and shaping the project posting from the customer, as well as helping providing some guidance to you about the way that best to respond. That's somebody that's really investing in the marketplace. So, first step, join Experfy. Now this notion of certification. So again, trying to keep things very simple. Many of you are already working with RapidMiner. Some of you are already certified, so you may already have that checkbox. Some of you that have been working with the product may not be officially certified. So I am being a bit firm on this, is that I still want people to pass the certification test. I think you'll find it almost simplistic for people that have been working on RapidMiner. So you don't have to take the training classes. You can go ahead and just take the certification test. Okay? So you have that ability to just skip right to the test, flip that switch, and then you're able to move forward as part of joining the program. For those of you that are not comfortable with your skill sets are yet on the product, again, we're providing you the full training manual and materials for the basics 1 and 2 classes. And there's, for those of you who've looked at our website, we have put a tremendous amount of new content for getting started with the product that can make just about anybody an expert on the product. What we can't make people is an expert on data science. That's where you come in. Okay, so once you pass the certification test, then what happens is we get a notification when you pass the test. It's all electronic. Then we will send to you an agreement to be signed. That is called the Ambassador Agreement, and that is intended for individuals to sign. Then you get license keys for your full-use stack software. I will comment that the limitation of that software is specifically limited to using it for the scope of these engagements in terms of delivering proof of concept and pilots. You get access to the portal at that point, and then we'll also provide you links on how that once you've completed an engagement, you can then register that customer that you work with to be compensated if we close software with them. So really the give to get here is as you make that happy customer a happy user of RapidMiner, then you want to basically connect us back to that individual so that we can engage them on a sales cycle and sell them software, and then you get rewarded in the form of a referral fee. Okay? So the next step in the process, this is more of just a shameless shill, is that this is a window to the dashboard that you as a portal member will see the project that you can bid on. It's just more of a look and feel. So an obvious question here, what if I'm already a RapidMiner partner? So the way this works is that you can still become a member. You don't have to necessarily become an ambassador. The ambassador program really is for individuals, whereas SI and VAR programs are for companies. So 2 paths that can be taken. Option 1, if you're an individual, you just follow the path that I showed you here. And I realize here I left off, I think, a slide that showed the link to get to the registration page. I have another slide that shows it. Now, I want to be sensitive to individuals before you go do that. If you're part of an existing SI or VAR firm, you may have policies in place as part of your employment agreements that doesn't allow you to do that. So I would encourage you first to talk to your supervisor, your managers, to make sure that this is okay, this isn't any conflict of interest. But for those of you that are part of a firm, then what you can do is you can connect with us, Letty and I, as part of the partner program managers, and we can add an addendum to your current partner agreement that will give you the same T's and C's specific to the marketplace that will then turn you on. Now, we'll tell you that we still make you, when people do bid, it can't be generically done. We still want certified people to do the bidding. That's critical because, again, it's just a quality control thing. We want to make sure that people really have the capabilities to respond to things. I wanted to just also mention that what is new and is just being released literally this week as well is we finally will have online training. This has been too long in coming, but it's here. There'll be more formal announcement about this in the coming weeks, but I want to just give everybody a taste that you can start to begin to take advantage of this. This is up and live on our website. Essentially, it offers a couple hybrid options. There's a 2-day path. There's a multi-week path for those that have to spread that over time due to commitments and so forth. But no longer having to just show up at a classroom, we now have the ability to take the classes, and it's a hybrid of offline learning as well as instructor-led sessions online. So hallelujah, we finally can help people get trained. So all the materials are up there. We will do a separate session for partners explaining the new online training, but I encourage everybody to go on the website and take a look at that. So just want to jump ahead here for a second. This is the link to register yourself to start this whole process. So it's RapidMiner, go rapidminer.com/Experfy, and that will allow you to raise your hand and say, I wish to join the Ambassador Program, and then you'll get kicked back an email explaining all the steps that I just went through, which is join Experfy, download your software, go get certified, then join the program. Sounds like a bunch of steps, but unfortunately there's some legalese here because there is commercial elements to it, necessary evil. So with that said, I want to address questions. I think there's some obvious ones that we've incurred from other conversations. First one we usually get asked is how long does it take to get certified? Now, for those that are really new to RapidMiner, this was the answer that we were sharing with as we talked to other data scientists that are currently active in the Experfy network already. But you as existing RapidMiner people, this should be a much more simplistic process given your skill set already. And as I said, you can go right to certification. We do have a fee for that because there's an electronic component to it. There's a whole infrastructure cost that we have to do here. But effectively, the price of the test is $185 per attempt. There is no cost to join the program. We're not charging you anything. We want you to be successful. We want you to earn your revenue. Our only ask at the end of the day really is get certified. We want to have true badge people up on the website. The software that we provide you, it is intended for specifically to do these engagements in the context of a pilot and POC. So that's spelled out in the Ambassador Agreement and Rider. The RapidMiner channel, it's live. We went live last week, so I encourage you to, you can actually start your process and go to the Experfy channel. You won't get into the RapidMiner channel until you've gone through this process, but at least you can still join Experfy and get some comfort and familiarity with the program. Because, by the way, you don't have to just join Experfy just for the RapidMiner piece. You're free to go off and use the other channels and other areas of their organization. As Harpreet mentioned, they cover a much broader set of domains than just data science. And then again, for those that need more information on RapidMiner, the product, I can't encourage enough for people to go to the Getting Started area. So with that, I'm going to go to the question panel and address some questions here that have been posted. Give me a second while I pull this up. First question, I like this one. Can one make a living through the RapidMiner data science marketplace? Should I quit my day job? I think my best answer there, it depends, right? Your consultants use that question or that response to a lot of questions you get from your customers, but I couldn't tell you right now with any kind of honest answer of it's going to boil down to how successful you are in delivering engagements. I know there's plenty of market opportunities out there, not just in the data science side, but other projects, but I think you're going to have to figure that one out on your own. Will the RapidMiner partners pay for the certification program under Experfy? Will the RapidMiner partners pay for the certification program? Yes. So as I alluded to earlier, you're really just paying for the certification test. There is no fee to join the program. Next question is, do the current, I'm paraphrasing here, do current partner program documents, are they the prevailing terms, or do they have to join the Ambassador program? So it's a hybrid. As I mentioned, if you're an existing partner, You contact us still in the same process, but then we're going to essentially provide an addendum to your agreement as opposed to a whole other agreement. So it'll be a bit of a hybrid. There are some specific T's and C's to this marketplace, but the rest of your partner agreement stays intact. Okay, next question. RapidMiner Experfy business model is complex process for SI or VAR. Can't the SI company compete the project bidding instead of individual consultant? So in essence, yes, you can through your individual. So in essence, we want to make sure that you are representing the most competent individual, but behind the scenes, there's nothing precluding from you in representing yourself. Now, that's my view on the world. Harpreet, you might want to keep me honest here. I know you have a team/firm option. Do you allow the firm to bid on projects today, or is it purely the individual?
Yeah, no, it's both. So when you sign up, you can sign up as an individual or as a company on Experfy. If you were to sign up as a company, when you go to bid on a project, the bidding form will ask you, are you representing the company or are you bidding as an individual? So we provide both options today.
Thanks, Harpreet. How long is the certification valid? In essence, it doesn't have a specific endpoint, but we do post a date that you were certified so that people will be able to connect the dots that is that person current with the most current release of the software. How does the client keep track of the hours a data scientist works for? Harpreet, can you comment on that one?
Yeah, so there are two types of projects. There are some projects that are just fixed price, where the client has a deliverable in mind. You know, I need some segmentation done on a data set I have, and my budget is $10,000. So there, you know that, okay, this is the final amount I'm going to get after I provide the client a deliverable. On the other side, you'll have a client where the client actually has a staff augmentation need. You know, I need I need a RapidMiner expert with expertise in the, you know, let's say predictive maintenance area, and I'm willing to pay $200 an hour. So in that case, what the Experfy system will have a timesheet component where you would fill out your timesheets every week, and those would get pushed to the client for approval. And as soon as the client approves the timesheets, depending on whether they are making payments by credit card or is it a PO process, you know, you could get your payment as quickly as 2 days, you know, after the timesheet has been approved. So, so that both options are there, and we see them being used as frequently, you know, so as the one or the other. So.
Thanks, Harpreet. I'm not good at the unmute mute button. Okay, then the last question I think we have here is, what are the minimum qualifications for applying to become an ambassador? So essentially, we've really tried to keep this very simple. There's really 3 things to join the program, right? You got to be part of Experfy, you got to pass the test, then you join the program. We're really keeping it as a pretty straightforward process. And I think this will be our last question here. Experfy is a consulting company, is that right? I'm going to let Harpreet answer that question.
So Experfy is not a consulting company. It's a marketplace. Think of Experfy as a matchmaker, connecting buyers and sellers. Going back to Peter's quote there, you know, we are really the Uber of data science. You know, we've been called that by Datanami. So Uber doesn't own or drive any cars, but they are matching the folks looking for service and those who want to provide service. Yep. Exactly.
Thank you. So let me close with the following. This will answer one of the last questions. The last question that was posted here is that, we're getting some feedback, so I apologize. Is it mandatory to go through the training? And the answer is no. What is mandatory is that you have to pass the certification test. because the belief here is that most of you are already RapidMiner users, and therefore you probably already have the necessary skill set, but this just gives us the rubber stamp to have that confidence. And then, again, just to remind you here, folks, this is an opportunity for all of us. We recognize for our customers, they needed better access to professionals such as yourselves. We selfishly are looking for ways to get RapidMiner in the hands of more people, which obviously leads to more license revenue for us. Let's be very blunt. We're all in this together to make money. And for you, there's opportunity to get to a source of services opportunities that have been unexposed to you in the past. And here's a very cost-efficient, and you win on your own merits, ability through the marketplace. So it's really a classic win-win for customers, for RapidMiner, for partners, for ambassadors. It's a win for everybody. So I look forward to working together. If we didn't cover the rest of these questions, we'll certainly answer them through email. You can also contact, I posted here the email address for Letty and myself. I knocked that off, apologies. I'm screwing this up. But with that, I want to thank everybody for joining. Trying to scroll through this. And appreciate your time. Look forward to joining the Ambassador Program and working with you on projects. You all have a great rest of your day. Thank you again for attending. Bye-bye.